Happy days, all thanks to you.
Whew. Man, I'm telling you, this village is a lot of work. I thought I was going to have an easier time living here, but it feels like it was easier back home.
It's a lot of work. It's so unfair that he's making us work so much.
You know what we should do? We should start our own village. We should just get out of here and start our own village.
Hey, yeah,
you two! Hey, stop backing up! Go back to work right now, or else gonna send you to the bandits. I've been addicted to Bellwright, almost obsessed with it. And even it being an early access game with God knows how many years or features planned, I'm so intrigued with how much this game has gripped me. And I wanted to know your opinion on this game. So let's dive in. Truth is that after playing Palworld, I was left with wanting a world that is a little bit more grounded and less comical and satirical like the one from Palworld is. And probably more inclined to the medieval fantasy, right? And Bellwright, right out of the gate, is already Palworld but medieval. With a lot of classical elements of survival games, the twist is the addition of that colony management genre, where you will be managing your villagers and resources, the placement of each building, and how the logistics of your settlement will go. All of that happens in a pre-made map where there's a lot of different settlements, and the different NPCs in the settlement have quests that will help you progress and also give you some rewards and be kind of a guidance on where to go next. You do quests for different villages and earn their trust. That trust can then be spent to hire new workers to your settlement that want to join your cause. Knowing the story of the game is not necessary to enjoy it, but to summarize it, you basically were accused of a crime when you were a young kid, leaving the land that we are currently in. After a lot of years, your caretaker was assassinated, so you went back into the land. The land now is governed by the queen after the king died, and many people do not agree with the queen's rule. Some say she's ruling with an iron fist, being evil. There's a lot of her guards in every town, so there's a lot of unrest on that land. There's a lot of bandits, brigands, and the population is inclined to somebody who, you know, will rise against this tyranny and the state that the land is in, that will bring prosperity and peace and stability to these lands. That sets the scenario for you to start helping people out, calling them little by little to live alongside you, and trying to make the country safer piece by piece while you eliminate bandit camps and progress. That is the basic loop of the whole game. You earn renown by slaying bandits or clearing their camps and doing other quests also, and you can use that renown to hire villagers. That there is sort of the currency that you use to hire the villagers to your settlement. And most of these quests act as a guidance on what to do next. They are all tied to many of the technology, buildings, tools and activities that you can do in the game. There is a sense of progression achieved that is really rewarding and has a good pace. And there lies the brilliance of Bellwright. It is barely a survival game, but actually a cozy colony management game that meets some survival mechanics. You don't starve out and die, you will just have less stamina and HP if you don't eat. The same goes for the villagers. That might sound less punishable, and I agree, as is, the game calls for a hardcore mode, but you know what? I think the experience is very fun, rewarding, and cozy at the same time. And maybe with the proper, difficulty settings, the game will be more customizable to each their own, and maybe even some pre-made settings that we can call like normal, hard, difficulty, etc. Right now the game does lack a lot in the difficulty settings that you can set for your world if compared to other survival games or even games that are similar like Palworld or Aska, but it's still a lovely and brilliant game in my opinion. And that is just the thing. I was really looking for a single player game that I could enjoy some slow progression in a colony management style, but mixed with some survival mechanics. Especially given that I was really looking for a game that I could, order my troops, my warriors around, so I could tell them, go here, go there, follow me, and kind of a little bit like games like Mount and Blade or Total War, where you can command your troops with a little bit more control. Also, tell me in the comments if you guys were also looking for a game like this after playing Palworld. I don't know about you, but I I really wanted something like this. Palworld was the first survival game with colony management mechanics. After that, I found out about Aska, which is medieval, but really the one that hit the spot for me is Bellwright. I went fully blind into the game, you know, I love the experience of playing blindly, and I rarely check the internet, and I was able to find most of the things without googling something up, you know, looking on the internet. Granted, I did clear some questions on the community hub on Steam, but that only added to the feel of community-driven game, you know, trying to find things out while we take our time to guess and study the game. Oh yeah, I also must add that the game does use AI voice acting for everything in the game.
Within these pages lie knowledge that will change your life forever. Come, let me show you the way.
To be fair, I'll be super fair, I don't mind it. If the game didn't use that, we would get a silent dialogues like Mountain Blade, you know, just text. And I'm gonna be honest, I really prefer to have voice acting from AI rather than no voice acting at all. But obviously, if the studio is big enough, if they have the money, obviously going for human voice acting is way better. Obviously, you can play the game and you can feel that the voices are robotic, but it's pretty neat. I like the lines. I do think they should improve on the writing a little bit, but it is fine right now. But this is a disclaimer, this might be a deal breaker for some of you. And I also would never guess that adding, you know, these NPCs in the village, the settlements, you know, the way Mountain Blade does have it, would add so much to this survival colony management experience. The game really hit the nail on the head with these mechanics. At least for me, it's really fun, you know, to try and evolve your village, and after you get more renown, you go to the other villages and you hire more people, you know, that are willing to join you, and you know, you go snowballing, progressing after that. It's pretty neat. And the combat in this game is nothing to write home about. And honestly, most of the fun comes, you know, from improving your village, getting new members, you know, raising their skills, improving their equipment, you know. The reward of the combat is that you actually spend the time getting better equipment, training your people, rather than actually the skills that you deploy on combat or the tactics. There is not a lot of room, as far as I got into the game, for that to shine, but really wasn't my focus going in on the game. But definitely another disclaimer, right? The combat is not the strength of this game by a large. Again, I seriously advise you to check a video of the combat of the game if combat is something really important for you. And to be fair, to me this game is more like a Stardew Valley, you know. That's why I call it a cozy colony management game, because really when I'm playing the game, I really get that cozy feeling, even though we are trying to survive, even though we are trying to get better because we get raided, these lands are not safe. There is really that, you know, feeling of repetitiveness and the feeling of familiarity, you know, that really brings you back every time. And also the curiosity of discovering new stuff as you expand in this game. And even though I play many hours right now, I'm still at the early stages before even liberating the first village. And yeah, you can liberate some of the villages from the Queen's grasp. Since I still have not done it, and I'm trying to play the game blind, so I have not researched how that goes. I'm guessing that I'm almost doing it in the game, but I'm guessing that after you build the necessary buildings to liberate the village, you probably either start a quest or just go straight into it with your warriors, clash with the brigands, which are the Queen's troops that are forcing their power on each village, right? And you can kill them and liberate the village and probably get another level of alliance. You unlock the top tier villagers to work with you if you have enough renown. So these are very interesting mechanics that keep pushing me back into the game, besides also, you know, progressing your village, expanding it. Very interesting gameplay. I do feel that this game does need a map generator and a dynamic quest system that will grab the current quests and manage to apply it in a, let's say, roguelike way. That way we can have many runs on different maps and the replayability value of the game will increase so much. But right now, as far as I know, it's only one pre-made map with pre-made villages and other things that are already set in place. I get that the devs might really not be thinking about, you know, going on that direction of the map generator, but I really think they have gold here, and the map generator would add so much replayability value, modding value. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Exploring things, talking to townsfolk and trying to improve your relation with them, upgrading your village and finding new locations for outposts or even new settlements is extremely addicting and rewarding, so I definitely would aim as their next step, either for the complete version of Bellwright or for a sequel to try and achieve a random map generation version of this game. Until then, I really recommend you guys check this game out. It's basically medieval Palworld, colony management game with survival elements, and especially considering the quests and other ways that you can interact with the world and hire new people to your settlement. If you were looking for something like this, I really recommend this game. I do warn again that the combat is very basic, you know, and also there is AI voice acting. And the game is on early access, so there's a lot of caveats that you should take a look before you know, going through. But even though the game is on early access and everything I just said, I'm really enjoying playing this game. This is really what I was looking for. And if the negative points that I said are not a deal breaker for you, then Bellwright might just be the game you were looking for. Until then, I'll be diving more into the game, bringing you more updates and, you know, talking more about it because I'm enjoying a lot playing this game and I want to share it with you guys. I want to know your opinion. Did you enjoy Palworld? Were you looking for something like Palworld, but maybe, you know, in a more medieval setting, maybe in a sci-fi setting? I'm still looking for that one. This is a really cool genre, you know, mixing colony management style with survival elements. I'm really digging this game. I think you should, you know, at least take a look, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you very much. If you are new here and you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, follow me for more gaming news, tips, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.